Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to Wandering Magic. These are going to be your May 2026 messages, and it's going to be for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, a little bit of a heavy read. Stay with me, and let's see where this takes us. We have for Kipper, sudden wealth and distant horizons. What I'm getting with this is something in your life came in very quickly. It came so fast, like a speeding bullet. And then I feel like it's now sailing away. At first, everything felt unreal. It felt surreal. You couldn't even put it into words. It was almost magic, the way everything just like lined up for you. It was quite literally something that you dreamed of. You imagined it, you saw it, you manifested it, you knew it to be true, like you knew all the things. And because it happened so sudden, it felt this is a dream come true. But now it's not that it does, something's wrong. Something is wrong. And it's going to take you on a new, I don't want to say journey. It's going to just take you into a new direction that you didn't quite imagine before. You have Judgment, Five of Cups, and then the Four of Pentacles. Whatever, since this has happened, like this event that we're talking about, and I'm thinking like, whatever that sudden thing was, I was wondering like, what could have been so sudden? Whatever that is for you. And maybe we'll pull for it. Or maybe it'll come out as we keep going. But whatever that sudden thing was, the actions that you personally took when it came in, everything that you've done up to this point, good or bad, air quote that, good or bad, they're showing themselves with Judgment. It's coming to light. Things are starting to, this is kind of like your karma playing out. So up until this point, if you know that you've done like the greater good for this situation, you're only going to reap the good benefits. But you know that if you didn't, then not so great things are going to happen. What's going to aid this is going to be that full moon in Scorpio on May 1st. And what that's going to do is everything that's been lying dormant under the surface is going to pop up like a mole or like a weasel, however you want to see it. Moles are the animals, right, that go into the ground and they pop their heads back up. Also groundhogs, I think, do that. I was thinking of like whack-a-mole. Anyway, yeah, so whatever has been kind of suppressed, hidden, purposely done, anything malicious that was done and buried is now coming to light. So this could be you or the other person, let me just say. But the path is definitely being illuminated and things are about to be altered. Pluto in retrograde is about to do deep dynamic transformations from May 6th all the way through October 16th, 2026. And so with that being said, everything is now being unearthed, and we now get to decide in the middle of the month, around May 16th, around that new moon in Gemini, how are we going to work on this? Communicating that. Are you able to do it? How can we approach this differently? Whatever that looks like, your karma is definitely going to come out this month. And I feel like it's more of an individual thing. So, free will, we've up to this point made choices and decisions, and everything has led up to where we are now, and the reason why things are happening are because of the decisions that we've made. So if you see like, well, life feels really good right now, that's your good karma playing out. You're being asked to, when things come up, you're not, it seems like the good outweighing the bad, the keeping things to yourself is not really working out. It's kind of like working against you. So the really finding new ways to express yourself, finding other ways to communicate. I feel like this is with a partner. I feel like this is it's with a partner. So it could be like, you want to travel a little bit more, you want to see distant shores, you want to, like, whatever the case is. This is a very unselfish time, I think. I want to say, and I have to say it because I can't stop thinking about it, something is going to come out. Someone is going to say something to you, and it's going to hurt your feelings a little bit. And this, I think what I want to tell you to understand is they're coming from a place of love. But it's more like it's coming from an unselfish place. Because it seems like, and let me say, this could be role reversal. Let me just insert that before I continue. Something needs to be said. No matter how it's said, it's going to be, the person on the receiving end is not going to receive it well. But it's coming from a good place from the other person. They've been holding this in, and they've really been wanting to say it and get it off their chest. And although it feels like a relief, it doesn't feel so great because it's someone is being hurt, or something like that. So I don't know, it's one of the other. I tend to mix energies, and I think that's because people are cross watching. I don't know, but regardless, here we are. Not really seeing the potential in this anymore. Again, kind of coming off this high. It's like coming out of the honeymoon phase and not really seeing the potential anymore, and now curious about other opportunities that are out there. And it feels like this decision is being made out of just like sheer logic. Like, it just doesn't make sense to continue forward. You could be in a new relationship, in a new job, and it just doesn't feel like this is the place that you thought you were going to be at this second, at this moment, because it just doesn't quite feel right. And so you're just ready to essentially move on. I feel like I want to say that someone needs to be nurtured. Someone needs to feel wanted, and that's not being done here. And it seems like there's been so many efforts, and now you just are done. Let go is your angel message. I was wondering what that meant when it came out. I always wonder, like, what is it? What are these angel messages? They're so short, and yet they're so powerful. After the reading, it's like, oh, we're letting go. And then you have herbs in reverse, which withering. Something is withering away. Something is coming undone. Because you don't feel safe. You don't feel protected in this dynamic. And it could be that, you know, it could be like your job where there's just too much instability, or there's not enough money, or whatever the case is. There's just something very loose. There's a loose end here. Yeah. Watch your sun, moon, and rising for any additional messages. If you like the book of personal reading, the info's down below. And I'll see you next time.